Ladies and gentlemen,
You guys just need to hear this amazing new
I
beat.
think it's time to get this thing started. Here we go. Pass that back to the gang of boys.
That's right, you're listening to the Plugged In Podcast with Mr. Boo and the very lovable DJ Shy.
That's right. Welcome back to another episode of the Plugged In Podcast. FYI, this is the final episode of the Plugged In Podcast. Thank you so much for taking time off to watch this video, and we hope you have enjoyed the content that we've put out so far. Alternatively, you can listen to the audio version of this podcast on our Spotify. Before we introduce our final guest on our final episode, we'd like to thank the Basement Studio for providing us the space and also the recording and technical facilities to make this thing possible. Like I always say, anything is possible at the Basement Studio.
Also shout out to Norman from Beyerdynamic for providing us all these gears. Impressive mics, everything, bro. Thank you so much, man. And if you need anything else, City Music is the way to go.
Yes, right. citymusic.com.sg blah 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 blah. Reggae horn. Okay, we're not gonna delay anymore. We're just gonna show you who our two guests are today. We got two.
You know why we got two?
You got two. Because it's the last episode lah. Then we cancel lah. And first time we want to see whether we can fit two more.
That's right, bro.
Right. So without further ado, give it up for number one, the owner and partner, and our partner lah, but he's the owner lah. He's the owner of Basement Studio. Give it up for Mr. Muhammad Yazzit. And the person on his right is actually the guy who is working behind the scenes for the Plug-in Podcast. He's our editor, our engineer, everything also him lah. Give it up for Hizzy. Finally you see him. Oh yes,
give it up to me.
Yes.
I want it all.
Yeah, for somebody who has never been on all the other episodes, he has got a lot of pent up anger and information that he wants to share with you guys.
No, I don't have.
We finally have a. I think we gave him a few shout outs here and there lah. So you now have you have a face to a name, and you also now get to see one of our biggest supporters and our biggest your supporter lah. Basically, he's like our partner and supporter lah. Right, whatever you see here is by the Basement Studio. So now the Basement Studio got face lah. So we show you the face lah. There you go.
You were saying the biggest supporter as in like biggest as in I'm the
I never say, but if you feel that way, then it's up to you.
I cannot say anything.
Yeah.
No, talk aku betul dah.
Yeah. So
I felt it.
Okay.
Sorry. Don't mean anything by that.
I need to say lah. He is big, but you're big. That's it. Okay, so if you guys, like I said before, Yazzit is the owner, proprietor, king, head honcho of the Basement Studio.
Yeah.
Right.
The main man.
In Golden Mile Tower. So, Yazzit, tell us what's been going on, what is happening. I know there's a lot of new things that are happening in the Basement Studio.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of new things that you have ventured into. I will not list them. I'll give you a chance to sell yourself. Not yourself, like your studio or your services.
Hey bro, if you want to sell yourself for people,
what's happening? Because from what we discussed or what we talked about a couple of weeks back, it sounds like very, very interesting changes.
Yeah.
Right? It's very, very interesting changes.
Yes.
And it's moving towards the right digital and new direction. Right? So why don't you share with these people, besides helping us and a lot of other musicians in Singapore achieve certain dreams and goals, right? What is happening for the Basement Studio?
Okay, so currently right now we are doing out our new room, right? It's a smaller room. But it's gonna be budget friendly for all the musicians. Reason being, of course, I know that times have been tough, for COVID-19 during COVID-19, and of course, everybody maybe might not be able to spend as much. I also understand, So that's why I decided to do a room where musicians can still, jam at very affordable rates, so they can still practice their craft at the same time, they don't have to worry about, putting a hole in their wallets, right? Then number two, currently what I have in mind for the Basement Studio is to maybe support more programs like you guys, or whoever that wants to do, who's finding a home to actually do their their
To create content lah, basically.
to create content and things like that. Because I think at the end of the day, what's the use of running a studio, right? But then within a day I only utilize maybe only 3-4 hours.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, that's true.
So to me, so I had this kind of a new awareness. Okay, you know what? Let's put the remaining hours to good use. It can be to assist people. I mean, not everything must be about business lah. I feel, but of course at the same time, I do understand that I'm also running a business. So I want to try and cut story short, but a bit hard. I'm a very long-winded person.
It's okay, bro. Take your time, bro.
He's a long-winded and white person.
6'3", yeah.
No problem. Yeah. Hopefully, people find the white people cool.
Cool. Yes.
Hey, the white people are always cool lah. Come on, bro.
Bro, that sounds so wrong because it sounds like white people.
Like WHITE. No, guys, it's WIDE. White.
I'll say it best. Wide.
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 White. For my Malay people, it's katil besar. Basically.
Yeah. So okay. So back to the what we're gonna be doing over the next few months. Basically, the new room. We're gonna do more recordings in the future. We're gonna get more people to be involved, to be a part of the studio.
That's very
So
nice.
like what you said just now lah. When you introduce me as like, oh, Yazzit is this, Yazzit is that. I kind of like try to do everything myself, which I feel that I would like to have more people to be a part of the studio in a sense.
It's like you want to be that bridge lah, basically, to connect people lah, right?
Correct. So
Mandible.
yeah, so in a way, like I don't have to be the only engineer here. I can, I hope to offer people some opportunities where they can be doing their work here, and maybe we can work something out lah.
Are you allowed to share with us like any upcoming collaborations
Projects,
that are happening maybe in the next 6 months or
Okay, my first collaborator is actually this young artist called Elsa Michaela.
Elsa Michaela. Okay, we will put Hizzy.
What?
We will put because Hizzy is the editor, right? So he's the one who do everything.
the
We will put the social
social
media link of this Elsa, right? That Yazzit will give it to you.
I'm gonna put it in Comic Sans all like
Then we then we like flash her picture like crazy graphics.
Okay.
So Elsa Michaela is she's I mean, I've known her for quite some time. She's a very talented artist. I've seen her work.
She's a singer, songwriter.
She's a singer-songwriter.
Okay,
Wow.
So she's one of the first person that I actually spoke to regarding about
Okay. I think
Yep.
the question is, what is the qualification? Like what or who am I supposed to be first before I meet you?
Oh, doesn't have to, it can be anybody.
I can just hit you up anytime.
Yeah, it can
but
be
then you will
anybody.
get, how are you gonna filter what's good and what's not?
I think at the end of the day, of course, it has. Of course, at the end of the day, depending on whether their work. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean,
You are free and easy lah, basically.
Yeah.
You're just willing to go through that process, whether it's good or bad or not. It's just
Yes,
you're just
correct.
willing to go through and
Yeah,
do it lah, get it done lah.
Actually, that's a good question. I'm more interested to work with the youngsters right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I uncle already, I think.
Okay.
Young and hard, bro.
I shall reveal Yazzit's age here.
Oh no!
Okay, but wait. Because you got editor, I can tell him you just beep out. Yazzit is something. Then you beep. You beep. Okay.
12.
12. Then you put like Yazzit's 12.
12. Okay, I'm gonna. Wow, this is gonna be complicated. Okay, let's go.
Or maybe you put my younger version face over here lah.
You don't.
Please don't make it more complicated or not.
He's complicated, but you don't give Hizzy ideas. Later he like tampal here, tampal there, tampal here.
You have to accept it if it comes out.
Then next time suddenly this show suddenly become only 5 minutes. We say the more we talk, the more ideas.
He will cut everything. Like just graphic.
Out of nowhere.
Okay. So continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
why younger artists?
Oh yeah, because I think I'm not saying this just for the sake of saying it.
Okay.
But when I'm here at the basement studio, most of the time, right, and I get to see our jammers here, right, I believe the younger generation lah, okay, not my age lah, the the younger generation, wow, they're very talented lah. Yeah, I also believe maybe it's because of what they eat, right? What they, just kidding.
Bro,
Because of
how does the music go back to the food?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
and then it's a wide people problem.
Yeah, that's why.
Malaysia ke laut siang.
Ke laut, ke laut, ke laut katil besar. Okay, continue.
I'm guessing maybe because of all the information that's being
Yes, of
ready
course.
on online, and I've seen a lot of good bass players, good bands, good singers, good pretty much. I think they deserve
A platform or opportunity.
platform opportunities. Because back then as a musician myself, right? I don't even consider myself as talented as them. And not trying to be humble here, but I feel I got lucky. My opportunities was quite good.
He's actually just like it's like a how you say? He's just being modest lah.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's just being modest. He's just being modest.
Because I know about you, right? Way before I met you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't expect anybody to actually know who.
Okay, I know Yazzit very long. Okay, and he's just being modest.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why.
that's
It's
it.
like, what the hell? But people mention you, people mention the basement studio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even if I've never, I don't do the genres that you guys do, you know what I mean. But we've heard of it. Everybody knows of it, I think.
Okay, like if you have watched Channel 5 in a certain year, you will know who he is.
Certain year. The disclaimer is certain year.
Yeah, like, because people don't watch TV now. Saying like when TV was hype last time, when you only had TV lah.
Correct,
TV,
correct.
yo.
Bro, let me put it this way. If it was in the year 2007, and
Yeah.
let's say the youngsters now.
You the
maybe-
Kanye. You the Kanye of 2000.
You the Kanye bro.
Yeah, you the Kanye. of
Kanye.
2000.
Kanye.
I never say Don't sue me
Oh,
Hey guys, bro. don't-
okay.
You say okay, bro.
Okay.
We are just laughing.
Okay.
Baba,
Bro,
bro. Just to
Stop,
clarify,
Yazzit.
we are laughing with you,
With you and not at you.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
saying.
okay. Yeah, correct.
But okay, so when they work here, what does it mean? What does it mean? They can be
Actually,
here?
yeah, it's not about working here lah. I mean, back then, I've always wanted to. Okay, example. I give you example. So
Okay, bro.
last year, or maybe 2 years ago, we tried lah. We tried to do a online streaming show called The Intern Show. Right? So what this show is about is basically just wanted to give more exposure to. Sorry, I cannot use the word exposure. Exposure is a very
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
very
Get opportunities.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
You should make it into a coin now. Exposure coins.
Let me put let me rephrase this okay, because I work with people like Shafura, right? And when Shafura works here, right, he has never been like, hey, help me out. No, he has never been like, because at the end of the day, I understand I'm taking people's time, and time is money, for people also, for everybody, I guess. So I at the end of the day, I want to make sure that because when she spoke to me during the interview, right, she said that she wanna get herself out there in the industry. So I told her that why not you try to work, do things a bit more hands on. I mean, at the end of the day, we do have artists coming to the studio. We do have industry people that I'm working with. So at the same time, that's a good way to connect, right? And every single thing that she's done is always a paid work. Okay, so there's no exposure involved. But what I meant by exposure is basically when we do the intern show, it's about gathering these young people to completely. I am putting the responsibility onto them. That means they will learning. They will learn how to be responsible for every single show. Like example, like today, like
So Basement provides the gear,
yeah,
the space.
the space.
That's it.
Yeah.
They run the show top to bottom.
The content,
The
the idea,
content, the
everything from
idea,
them.
the running, the
Correct.
stage managing, everything is them.
Everything.
Wow, that's
So
dope, bro.
I give them the support that they need, and I'm here if they need. I'm here for them if they need. They need me lah. Can be. Hey, how come this is not working? Or I mean, other than just sponsoring the space and things like that. At the end of the day, I think we are working together in that sense.
Well,
It's considered like a
Security,
partnership lah,
Well,
right?
it's a
partnership lah, yeah.
Partnership lah.
So
That's very interesting.
yeah, so we did that for maybe it only lasted for 3 shows, I guess. Yeah. Then after that, because I felt, cause last year I think it wasn't really it was a difficult year for a lot of
Yeah,
people.
it's about pandemic shit lah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So So I decided to take my time also to myself. So but this year I'm back, and I want to continue doing this kind of work lah. You know.
Oh, that's very nice.
I really but it's not
Yeah, I got sample lah.
Oh, claps.
I also got sample.
Okay, continue.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, basically
You're talking about positive things.
yeah, basically that's about it lah. Basically it's just I would like to collaborate more people. So one is Elsa Michaela right now, right? So the first thing that we collaborated was recorded a band and doing a live stream here. No, not live stream. It's a live recording, and we are doing more promotions here. So we are collaborating with City Music to give our jammers again, right? To give their patrons of City Music, their customers, and also the Basement Studios jammers, right? A chance to do audio recording and like a video, right? Of their performances, YouTube worthy,
So you're providing that service lah.
at a fraction of a price.
A band can come in here, right, and get live recording,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
for that jamming session.
Yes.
And also they can get somebody to film that jamming session
Yeah.
as maybe a music video or a live video lah.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. Audio mixed by myself, and also video done by myself, right? And straight away they will get it. They can upload it, and at the same time, City Music has been kind enough to actually work with me on this. We would like to feature them on our websites.
Nice.
Social media.
Nice.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's not just about recording. It's just also what's the next step? You have a video, you post on social media, right? Okay, now we're gonna give a little platform for you all to showcase. Get more people to know. To know you lah.
Plug it, bro. Plug. Sell.
Yeah.
Okay, camera change here, camera.
Alright,
Okay. So, all you youngins, all you young jammers, young musicians, if you need help and assistance and you want somebody to partnership that you can trust, you can come to the Basement Studio. Like what Yazzit said, they can do live recording for you, a live video shoot for you at a fraction of the cost.
Yep.
Right? He's willing to help the young ones. So if you are stuck and you don't know where to go, don't know who to look for, you can always call Yazzit, or we'll put all the details of the Basement Studio in our description. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have to reach out to this person, to this studio, because you know that they are here to help you and they want to help you. Okay. Now you can change the scene already back to you.
Yazzit is the plug.
Okay.
so, yeah.
There is also, you were mentioning
Pause. Sorry. Then there's also one more I need to say.
wow.
Yeah.
Go on.
The other artist that I've started to collaborate also is actually Noodle. This band called Noodle Brain.
Noodle brain.
Noodle Brain is
It's a pop punk band, if I'm not wrong, right?
yes,
All
Yeah,
right.
so it's Hosni's band, right?
Tell the people who Hosni is. If they say Hosni, people who watching might not know
Okay,
who
sure.
Hosni is.
Hosni is like another partner in the studio. He has always been like a partner in the studio, right? He's been with us since day one, so he's a very crucial member in terms of the Basement Studio, right? So yeah.
So can I say that if you are the father, Hosni is the mother?
You can say that lah.
Mama Hosni.
Yeah. So Hosni. When I say it's Hosni's band, what I meant is that he's part of the band.
Okay.
Yeah. So the band consists of a few friends that I know, Ashraf and his younger brother, Hikmah, and the guitarist.
Shout out to Noodle Brain.
Yeah. So
What is the collaboration and what is the project with Noodle Brain about?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I wanted to say that. So one of my ideas, right, is right now. Remember I said about going back to I want to make this place more utilized. Right? So I offer them, honestly I cannot remember what was the agreement, but something like this.
So
Suddenly.
So later you go home, you
I
check.
need to cut that out.
Okay.
We cannot have that.
Let's start again.
Okay, reset.
Okay. So basically, I'm sponsoring some of their rehearsals.
Okay.
On a monthly basis.
On a monthly basis.
So
they rehearse here free of charge.
yes.
Sponsored by the Basement Studio. Okay.
So of course, not
Not everybody's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically lah, right.
So all the young ones, not necessarily you will get
you
lah.
gotta be damn
But
good first lah before you
no, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
As long as I see there's a potential,
for
like,
collaboration lah, yeah.
okay, let me put it this way. I saw a very good drummer, right? He's young, and you know that maybe he just need a few more years lah, or a few more push. You know, he's there already. You know that he got something special there, but he just need a bit more time and more opportunities, right? Because nobody starts suddenly. You know,
Yeah, but
Yep,
okay.
yep.
I got a question then.
Yeah.
Because like I notice also like artists and stuff like that. Okay. They are talented, whatever. We all know the names one. But then like somewhere along the lines they will kind of like drift off and they're not serious. How do you determine who's serious and who's not?
good question.
Because I'm tired of hearing like this guy. I hear the bro, like listen to my shit, yo. Then I'm listening. This is super fire. Then 2 years later, he's like selling insurance or something. I don't know.
Okay, actually, it's more like
I think okay. I think desire is personal lah. The desire for growth is personal. Right. Yazzit is like how you say he can provide the ship. So Yazzit is the ship, right? But you must row your own boat, what? Technically lah.
Yeah, but like I don't you feel tired then way. I don't want you to ever feel like, yo man, we've been doing this for so long. Everybody here is just like playing around.
But isn't that the music industry for you?
But I feel like somebody should get serious. That's like at one point of time.
this is a good question.
Yeah, because it's fun and games if you're 19, 20, 21. If you are 30, 35, what are we talking about? And you know what I mean?
Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, I have. Okay, by the way, shout out to City Music and Beyerdynamic. Those are those are my brand partners for a while now.
Yeah.
Right, and I think it's about having the knowledge that if let's say you see nowadays everybody. Okay, let me ask you a question. If you have an opportunity to be sponsored by somebody, right? Wouldn't you want to take it? You got an opportunity, no? People say, hey, I want to sponsor you, maybe a microphone, or I want to sponsor you a space, or in your case, maybe a camera, example.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends if I can afford it.
Okay. But if let's say, right, this opportunity is something that you know, hey, I think this is a no-brainer.
Oh,
It's a
no-brainer.
good-
Okay.
a good partnership,
Understand.
example, right. So with those kind of sponsorship, right, or collaboration, it comes with responsibility.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So this responsibility, so it's actually this phrase has been used a lot in we've been thrown a lot in my face or among my friends. It's a two-way street. You know, you get what I mean? So if let's say you don't expect, let's say if this mama coffee shop but give me, hey bro, mee goreng I give you then I just eat like that, then I walk off also cannot. Right? You have to do you know if there's a plate that's been put on the table, there must be something in for that person.
There's no free lunch in this world.
You get me. But at the end of the day, I don't believe in. I think the transparency is very important. So that's why when I spoke to Elsa, Makila, and also Noodle Brain, right, I told them that let's put everything put on paper. It's not about a contract. It's not about a contract. It's not meaning to say it's not like, oh, you have to be, you have to be with me. I have to be with you. It's not about that. And the thing that I learned a lot about this is actually from Beyerdynamic. To be honest,
Another shout out.
Noman and Mr. Kamal, right? So they are actually very open-minded people, very nice people. They have always been supportive of me. And at the same time, they also, so maybe I'm not sure lah. I don't talk about other brands, okay? But specifically Beyerdynamic, they are very clear that Yazzit, use my mics if it fits you. If your client likes what they are hearing, right? Let them use the mic. If they don't like it, please use another mic. You see, they are not.
Wow, really?
They never force lah. That because we are sponsoring you, you must die use our mic lah.
So in a way, right, I feel, right,
It's sincere lah.
it's sincere. Yeah, and I learned this from people from like Noman and Kamal, So I feel that this is something that something new for me,
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I try to adopt that mentality. Like example, let's say like hosting, your band jam with at the studio, right? You can only jam the studio. I cannot jam at any other place. I wouldn't want that, because at the end of the day, I'm not sponsoring 100% of
Yep.
of his sessions and things like that. Yeah. So again, we go back to the part where we are actually trying to help each other lah. You know.
It all boils down to the person who needs help, the person who's trying to give help, and the conversation that happens between these two people lah.
Yeah.
Right? It can be anybody that comes down, but if the conversation doesn't fit, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe the vision, the both visions are
not aligned.
Are not aligned, and really cannot do lah.
This is interesting.
So better to be very frank and transparent, right? And let's say if it doesn't work out,
Doesn't
doesn't
work
work out.
Yeah lah.
You cannot force a relationship.
Yeah.
Correct.
It has to be honest,
Yeah, you have
basically.
to be
Like if
honest,
someone is
respect.
not serious, like is it like okay, I can go to Yazzit like okay, I want to do this, but I just want to show diri for the 6 months only.
Yeah, that's
Then work
right.
at the 6 months lah. Then
Yeah.
he just works at the 6 months lah.
You know, like I used to think negatively about those kind of people, but now I feel like I don't care about them. But yeah, I'm just afraid that you have that fatigue lah, because like people keep on coming, and then because I see a lot of like managers or like executives, they're like, yo, bro, like, yeah, what numbers can you give? You eventually become that.
Not trying to be modest, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I myself, I'm learning. You know, like example, how do I even write a proper contract? How do someone even write a proper
I
contract?
understand. True.
Right. So we all grow along the process. Of course, I have my share. Of past few years. I've been angry with people. Naturally, there are some people that pisses you off.
Yeah.
But I've also learned to not treat it so personally. Because at the end of the day, right, everybody is also trying to make a name for themselves. They're trying to go out there, So I would like to say that back then, maybe I'm not as understanding as before, as now. Yeah. Now I feel that okay lah. If somebody really don't deliver their end of the bargain, then it's okay lah. Then that's why the relationship might not be able to continue
understand.
further. You see.
Live and learn lah. Then move on lah.
And it's not something where alamak this guy rabak. I think humans are flawed. All of us are. So we just need to learn and move on and try to find the best solution to move on lah. That's the word. Move on.
Yalah.
Yeah.
I subscribe by don't try, don't know lah.
Yeah.
Even though if it ends in a negative, like in a
Yeah.
negative way, then people always say, oh, you cannot keep on trying, and then it always ends up negative. What?
Yeah.
But the first step is always to try first.
To try
what?
first.
Yeah.
Correct.
You wouldn't know lah. And at the end of the day also, I feel it's like relationships and friendship. You don't know somebody. Sometimes I can be friends with him for the past 10
years.
10 years or more than that.
Yeah.
And until today I still don't know a whole lot of things about him. It's that's we don't really.
Sneaky.
I think that's the good thing about relationship and friendships. It's you are constantly learning. But the thing that I learn also is that whether you as a person you can be patient with that person is another story.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. Like Abu knows that I always come late.
Oh.
Right? So yeah. So and I think he's been very patient with me.
My life is biasa, bro. I'm used to it. I'm cool.
But you kena another person, maybe like, this shit lah.
Yeah. You can say bad words. It's okay. Like I could be mean and let's say I want him to come at 12:30. Right? If I tell him to come at 12:30, come at 1, right?
Yeah.
I can tell him the meeting is at 11:30, right?
Yeah,
He will come at
correct.
12:30.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But I don't do that. I just let him come late. It's okay.
But I'm not saying that it's okay to keep doing it lah. So it's a form of
Yeah, but you don't do it all the time also, right?
yeah. I don't do it all the time lah. So but that's not an excuse. So at the end of the day it's kind of like we
It's a love-hate tug and war.
we try to be better lah. We try to be better. We keep working on it lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one deviate a bit.
Yeah.
Fashion, really fashion.
Yeah, we're going a bit too
Okay,
deep,
so
Yeah,
we steer it back to the conversation. Okay,
Yep.
so you said you're gonna work with Noodle Brain, you're gonna work with
Michaela.
Elsa, Michaela, right?
Yeah, Elsa, Michaela.
Okay, there's I think by the time this episode airs, the new room will be up and running.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, you have a new website and booking system as well.
Yeah,
right.
correct. Yes.
Tell the viewers more about that.
Wow.
Firstly, what is the URL lah?
Okay, it's www.thebasementstudiosg.com. All right, and from the website, there's you can click book now, and then you.
Yeah,
it
so you
will
can
come to-
basically you can book the studio, you can book the services, you can see what all the promos are, what's happening and all that shit.
Yep.
And you also get to see like some of the bands. I've been to the website. You can see like some of the bands who frequently use the space here that you are featuring as well. Right. So you can go to that portal to make all your necessary bookings. You have to like disturb Yazzit and call his phone. Right. That's the automation process of it lah, right?
Okay, yeah. Very. Can I just say something to that?
Can go.
Yeah. So basically, the online portal thing is reason being because sometimes I realize that I don't check my phone as often that I should. Right? And
You cannot say that on camera.
but that was in the past.
That was in the past. Wow. Perfect save.
That was in the past. That was in the past. You know? Okay. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Okay, when it comes to personal things, he don't answer lah. But when it's business, he's always there.
Oh, I have a call from Australia, man.
+61, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Don't pick
anyway-
it up.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but he's doing
let's
something
be
that's why I
honest.
cannot pick up.
Okay, so the thing is that nowadays, right? Some people don't usually call for bookings anymore. They don't call most of the time.
They just WhatsApp you.
They WhatsApp. So
yeah,
the chances of you like reading that, I let's be honest, I cannot be looking at my phone 24/7.
Yeah, waiting for WhatsApps to come in, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so. Oh, sorry.
I hear it vibrating. You
So-
wanna pick it up?
Is
And
it
you go like,
Australia?
hey, I'm currently in a podcast session.
Okay, let's pick it up. Hello.
VIP.
Hello. Hello.
Yazzit?
Yes. Hi.
Hey, Noodle, how are you? Remember me?
Yes. Recorded your vocals, right?
Yeah.
Live.
With the glasses.
Yes. From.
How are you? All good?
I'm good. I'm actually in the middle of a recording. Do you mind if I call you back?
Yeah. So, but call me back today because I want to talk to you about the things this week if possible.
Sure. Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
sorry.
Okay. Bye.
That was the lady that Yazzit recorded vocals who was wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, but honestly,
Yeah.
do you remember who she was?
Yeah. I remember. I
Don't ask that here lah. Boo.
I was trying to do I'm trying to get the points to 6-4.
I remember my I can remember a
Clients.
lot of my clients, customers. Right. I'm just bad with names. That's all.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you recorded her vocals.
Yep.
Is she a solo singer or she was with a band?
Solo singer.
So she did like a -1 and you recorded.
-1, yeah,
See,
correct.
these are the services that Yazzit provide.
Yeah.
See, got live somebody just now.
Yeah.
Hey, you recorded me.
Give
See,
testimonial.
okay.
Yeah. Give
So
testimonial.
yeah. So back to this topic, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to make it online because I think everybody.
Yeah lah.
doing
This is a
online.
digital world lah. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So I realized it has helped the business a lot. I should have done this way before. I'm like, I don't know. I'm living wish.
Yo, man, I think that we should link up, man.
Yeah. It's
Should link up.
and the good thing about this website that I saw, right? Yeah, it offers so many opportunities for not only for myself but for my jammers. I can do packages for them. I can do promos. So that's where I realized that's what I want to do more in future lah. Of course.
That's nice.
Yeah, you want to keep getting people to come back. Can give them 5%, 5% off.
Yeah.
Jam,
Like maybe like a membership card to earn points or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then that's
Interesting.
where I realized that it's better. Information is more readily available to them.
Yeah.
Rather than I try to explain, like ABC and things can get.
Long-winded.
Yeah, I mean it'd be cool to see an automated jamming studio. What?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so that's just the website, but the new room is fully automated.
Ha!
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
This
Fully automated. Yeah.
describe the automation.
Was that a segue or was that like you
No.
really don't know?
I know about the new room lah.
But the automated part?
Do you know about the automated?
I know about the automation, but I want you to tell.
Oh,
tell
yeah,
them.
that's a segue. I thought you really didn't know. Perfect,
Bro,
sir.
he-
Oh, he's
he
very
was-
good, sir.
Bro, he was like, okay, this is
That
how
was
I-
so
this-
good.
I'm a great host, man.
What the hell did you notice?
Yeah, so what I'm blessed to have this opportunity because this opportunity was actually it's a grant by NAC.
Okay.
So the one that applied for the grant, I believe, is Ma from Tone House. Okay.
And Townhouse is another jamming studio.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yes, and him and a few others. David Xiao as well.
David Xiao is
David Xiao used to be from SG Muso.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, David Xiao, and also he's also playing for the band My Life.
My Life. Oh yeah.
Right.
The bassist, right?
The bass
Okay.
player, correct. Yeah, so he's also part. He's also heading this project, and another guy, Hanish, from Treble Cube Studio.
Okay.
So his studio is pretty fully automated. So
What does that mean? It's like
Like
gym like that.
Like you put a coin, then the mic come out, is it?
Like
yeah,
24
so-
hours gym kind of.
Okay, describe
What is automation?
what
Yeah,
is okay.
Okay.
Don't describe what is automation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Describe
The
how
experience.
the new space
Yeah.
is going to be fully automated.
So basically, let's start right from the start. So let's say I'm the jammer, right, and I would like to book a studio.
A session.
So, I go to the website. Okay, so I say I want to book this small room, right? And once I book, I do the payment online. I straightaway get the password sent to me. Okay, so this password only can be used only during my jamming session.
Oh,
Okay,
So let's say it's
unique
like
password.
Yeah, it's a unique
I
password.
book like 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. lah.
Yeah.
So the password validity is only from 10 to 12 lah.
Correct.
But how
If
do
12:01 cannot go in lah, right? Okay.
But how
Yeah.
do they check out then?
How do they? Sorry.
Like how do you ensure they go out?
Okay, let him finish the automation
sorry,
process.
sorry,
first.
sorry,
I think he will go there. He will
Yeah,
go
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So once they have this, right? So once they have the password, so I say I'm the one jamming, right? So I come down, I enter the password. So once I enter the password, I will have it will be like a website form where they will have access to on the electricity using via their phone
The electricity of the room.
of the room.
So they will have
Okay.
like the app lah.
Power,
Then they
yeah,
click
and they
on
will
the
have to
power
enter
lah.
the password
Okay.
also.
Okay.
Okay, and then after that they can also check the volume of they can adjust the volume of their microphones using the app as well.
So there is no physical mixer in the room lah.
There is only for vocals just only because we want them to so there's a bit of complication here because we can do that actually, but the problem is because that room also will facilitate multi-track recording for free.
What do you mean by multi-track recording?
Multi-track recording, that means when they jam, right?
A bunch of different equipment.
Yeah, everything will be like right now. Me as a 5-piece band, bass, guitar, drum, vocals, right? They jam, and then there's gonna be a start button where they can press start and they can record their
Whatever they are
song.
jamming
Session,
Yeah, right, for whatever amount of time they want, and then they stop, and those individual tracks will be sent straight to their email.
Yo.
Yeah.
Then
so
they just
part of the automation.
take the stem, put it into whatever, and do the EQ
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have like a huge like button? Start.
Yeah. Like Super
I
Mario.
think that'd be
right?
cool. Yeah.
I saw the button. It's slightly not so small lah, but still.
Wow, that's very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So
So
all this done by the team. Yeah.
Really cool. It's
Yeah.
first time I heard this.
So that's
so they come in on the power themselves. They can adjust the levels of. Am I right to say the amps, or only the vocal?
only the vocals.
Only the
Yeah,
vocal.
Yeah.
They can do while they are jamming for free.
Yeah.
The multi-track recording of their live,
Yes.
the live jamming.
The multi-track recording for
Okay.
free. Yeah.
Then answer his question like, how do you ensure that these guys leave?
Okay, so once they're done, right? So they know lah. I mean, at the end of the day, we have our terms and condition, right? If there's no other jammers, that is after, right? Or rather, that's a good. Sorry, I forgot to include. So let's say your session is between 3 to, or rather we use your
Yeah,
example,
10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay.
So the power will be cut automatically 5 minutes before.
Okay.
For you to
jamming
back up.
session. For you to pack up, yeah. And then they will have to leave lah. Yeah, if they don't leave, then I probably have to do something about it.
He will cross that bridge when it happens lah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So that part not automation.
Yeah, but usually the practice here. Okay, so the difference between that room and this room, right? This room is not fully automated. It's just I've equipped this room with smart
plugs, is
capabilities.
it?
Yeah. So in a way, if they same thing also 5 minutes before their rehearsal ends, the power there'll be an electricity. The power will be cut for their amps, and then just nice they they
Finish packing, then ciao.
finish packing, then
That's nice.
Usually they leave lah.
Say that again.
Yeah.
For them. Usually they leave.
So that's the part that I'm looking forward to, because so it doesn't require my intervention. It's more like everything is more.
Yeah, you don't need to be there lah. Yeah.
Wow, I want to try. Yeah, I want to see. I really want to see.
And we can monitor them from our phone and stuff,
Oh.
just in case if they need any help lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be like, hello, hello.
You don't have to
And
go.
you know,
lah.
it's like the camera doorbell.
Oh yeah, we intend to do that also. We intend to put like the camera doorbells just in case. And also, most importantly, because now we have 2 rooms, right? I would like to stress on the fact that I hear my clients or my customer when they give me feedbacks. Sometimes they jam at another place. Then sometimes they will just call me. Some jammers will just call me and ask me, how many rooms do you have? I say I only have 1 room. Oh, thank God. I say, why? Say, no lah, because if we jam in if your place got 2 or 3 rooms, right, then all the
some
bleeding.
bleed, is it?
Yeah. So I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if this is a real situation. Because I haven't been jamming at any other places actually. So
Why would you
Yeah, that's why.
jam at another studio when you have a
literally live
studio?
sometimes maybe another band lah.
You have your
okay,
own
okay,
bed,
okay,
you want to sleep another person.
That's very good. Yeah. So I take that into a real big consideration lah. So when I build the room, I make sure that there's a lot of soundproofing that's being done to that room in a way that when someone's jamming in this room, because the room is just beside,
Yeah.
right? And I make sure that
Sound won't bleed lah.
you pretty much right cannot hear. You will probably hear like very little.
It shouldn't affect the mic, and the mic shouldn't pick up.
But basically, right, is nothing that is invasive. Is it?
Yeah,
the word?
invasive.
Yeah, nothing invasive.
Such a big word
Yeah.
for a big man. Three syllables.
What
Okay
can
lah.
I say? I've been looking at the dictionary for the past few days.
He looked he never opened.
Bro, I caught it, but leave it lah.
Yeah. So this is something that I've been working towards lah. We spend a
commendable,
lot of
bro.
money.
Yeah, it's commendable, man.
It's commendable, but legit commendable.
Thanks. Yeah. So the automation part is the renovation is of course by us, right? But the automation part is, it's by.
So
NC.
the
Interesting.
okay. By the time this episode is out, we assume that the second room, the new room in basement studio, will be up and running.
Yes.
And the automation will also be there.
Yeah, automation
So
will be there, yeah.
can I say? Is it safe to say that as long as the automation is not ready, the room will not be open lah?
Correct. Will not
It'll be
be
interesting,
Will not
yeah,
be open
interesting.
to the public.
And this room, everything, all this booking can be done on the website,
Yes.
thebasementstudiosg.com.
www.thebasementstudiosg.com. Correct.
Alright.
SG.com.
So you've heard it. You've heard it that what Yazzit is trying to do. We are fully supportive of
definitely,
of
man.
what he's trying to do. We want to support it as well. So like I said before, if you are a musician, singer songwriter, whatever lah, and you want help, you need help, you want somebody that can assist you to do things, you can always look to Yazzit at the Basement Studio. Also, I think you mentioned just now, any content creators also, you're willing to work with content creators as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
Like if you want to use the place for a shoot, or you want to do like a podcast like what we're doing and stuff, they can always approach you and you can have a conversation about it and see how both entities can help each other.
Yes, correct.
That's why I say anything and everything is possible at the Basement Studio,
To
right?
answer Hizzy's questions earlier, right? Of course.
Which
I
one?
have to say, how do I actually narrow down?
Okay,
Right,
okay.
right?
Very interesting. I like to hear
Yeah.
this.
So of course, it'll be just impossible for me to be working with
Everybody.
every single one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
But of course, that's where we will have before we start anything, we'll probably have a little meeting.
Sit down lah.
Yeah,
Chill.
sit down, and then we
To see whether you can establish a working relationship. Yeah.
And of course, like I say, it's a two-way street. It cannot be just about they also need to know that whether whatever that I'm offering, whether is it in line with whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
That's
So,
true.
like example,
So people who want to come here, like what we advise is to come ready lah. To come ready with what you
With
want to do,
something,
with
know
something
what
what
you
you know
want,
what you want, you know what you're trying to
Yeah.
achieve. Not like, oh, he's offering help, I'm just going to come and see
Yeah.
whether what help we can give.
yeah.
So you have to be ready as well, you see.
Yeah, correct. And at the same time also, I would like to give so this is how I would like to share lah. whatever opportunities I have, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I have I have these great mics, from Beyerdynamic, right? So I would like to share whatever microphones that I've been given.
He put his hand out already.
I guarantee you I will
So
use it.
whoever that gets to be a part of the studio, the collaboration, they will get access to all my opportunities.
He like,
Access studio, walk to studio. Mati,
then
okay.
this right, okay. You've said what you want to say already, right? This is a perfect segue for us to introduce the guy that's writing on his part,
Learning and shit.
who has
Okay, we're
been
gonna get
working
this.
behind the scenes with us, doing all the editing and
expensive.
cutting for us, right? And taking pictures and telling us like what we shouldn't say or
Wow,
what we should say.
sometimes I feel like you shouldn't tell this because like what if my editing lousy? Then they're like, hey, this guy, I don't want to know.
That's not all the names, all the social links you drop, right? Hizzy face
But
Wait. So guys, we just want to reintroduce you again, right? To our editor Hizzy.
Yeah.
Okay, change the camera point to Hizzy. Okay, right? Hizzy is I don't know why he's wearing the nurse uniform lah.
Hey, wow.
Okay. Okay, so now we shall talk about Hizzy.
Okay.
Okay, what is he
So-
wanted to say before we went there?
Alamak. Okay.
Who are you? What you do? Who are you doing? Wow.
Wow. Yes. No, I
Why I never get this kind of question?
Oh, you wanna? He's jealous. Why I never get this kind of question?
Pass to him lah this question. I don't know.
Please answer this. Please.
Please be as specific as you
What's the
can.
question again? My
Who
name?
are you?
Who am
What do
I?
you do? And who have you been doing?
Okay.
You see the question.
No, I don't want to. I am Hizzy. What do I do? Creative solutions. I'm a firm. Okay, I'm not an agency. I am a firm. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, I am firm. I'm hard and firm with this. Okay, do not call me an agency. Okay,
Easy. Later you can put question mark.
Wow. more things for Hizzy to do.
Okay.
So what I do is I understand because last time I used to hang around with creatives all the time. Like these are the hardcore niche creatives, and when I'm saying that, it doesn't mean like music only. Like it's like art, like interior designers, architects, all these like funky people. And I realized that in Singapore, the only things that's missing is the marketing or advertising.
Correct.
So then I spent about maybe 5-6 years just learning it. The ironic thing is that I think I love the game more than the creation of the art.
What do you mean the game?
Because it's all a game lah, like how you play it, you know what I mean? How did they actually
I literally
do
thought
it?
like it was a video game.
Also,
You're right.
yeah.
We old, bro.
I was like, how do I not sound dumb by asking this question specifically? Okay, but luckily.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do that. So I control. Like,
So you prefer the
brands.
hustle lah? Is it the hustle?
Because right, I know I don't want to get trickled like very little at the bottom because okay, when I join a firm, right, like this is a really huge firm, right, and I work with them, I realize that creatives and all that, we are at the bottom. Like sales is higher than us.
Yeah, because they bring the money lah.
Yeah, so fuck them then. Like what the fuck? Like you don't do shit. You just talk to people only. Then like you're taking a big ass cut. And then I'm still getting like whatever that is like left over. So I spend a lot of time trying to like establish.
Trying to revert the thing.
Yeah. Because okay, let's say this, let's say there's $10,000. The sales take like 10-20% or whatever. Then they give you $2,000. If I give you half like or more or whatever, and I don't have a sales, obviously the product will be better, right? Because you got more budget, you can hire people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Yep.
So that's what I'm trying to do lah. But like there's so much.
Are you trying to
friction.
see like okay? So if you give the creative more budget, the creative has the ability to produce better creative work, which in turn leads to better sales.
Yeah, that's why. It's like quite simple, but I don't know. A lot of people tell me it's not true lah. Because they're like.
But you're trying to go against that grain, right?
Yeah, why not just outsource? Let's outsource to like I don't know Indonesia or something. Just ask some like guy to do this or that. And
So
it's
basically,
cheaper.
Hizzy is at a fuck you creative service solutions.
Yes,
Right.
But okay, I'm just gonna say this because I understand that when I say these kind of things, it sounds risky and all that. I can say fuck it. You know why? Because we have the track record. You want the numbers? I can give you the numbers, man. We've made people millionaires, but I've never made myself yet. So now it's my turn. Shut up and move out of the way. Okay? Like if you don't believe
Like, kau je kaya.
I'm gonna use his line. Bro, you cannot say this kind of thing, bro. Yeah, bro, you cannot, bro.
sorry. We're gonna cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, because I realized like why? Because it's hard. It's hard. A lot of people not willing to do it, and it's not glamorous. It's not. It's boring.
But it's very essential lah. I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that for me, the journey that I learned right is, sometimes it's great to have a good team. So even let's say it's the sales team example, right? Okay, let's say you get more budget to do your creative work, right? But you also need somebody to push out. You need somebody who is an expertise in those areas. Trust me, bro. When I say this, like what you guys had in mind back then, when you introduced me, example, right? You know that pretty much I try to do everything myself.
Yes.
But is it healthy? This is just coming from me lah. I don't think so, because at the end of the day, I believe that if I get to work with more people, right, the chances of you being more productive will be higher. I feel, because all this takes
Yeah. Energy and time that you don't have in one day. Because okay. My thing is that it might have been worded wrongly. Like, of course I believe in sales. Of course you need somebody to be walking around. But you cannot be like a person that does sales and just like, yo, here's the package, bro. Here's the package, yo, bro. Here, 1 hour,
correct.
1 hour $10, 2 hours $15. How about that? Blah blah blah. Don't want. Then come back to you. Then, hey, bro, nobody want out there, no market. It's like you have to believe in the vision also. That's why I don't call them sales. I don't call them sales.
Correct.
Like you have to develop with me. Like you have to understand what you are saying. Like, because I've seen like big companies, they have got big ass budget, but they're still going through the traditional paths and they don't believe in anything and they're just like doing this.
It's not a united workforce, basically, right? Everybody's on a different page,
And then you're
There's no
outsourcing
frequency.
things, and then like okay. The article, how come is it worded wrongly? Oh, sorry, we outsource this to Philippines, those kind, and then like, they don't understand the context of like how it's supposed to be, or like the editors and stuff like that. I'm just like, whoa, this is so messy. No wonder we have a productivity issue lah in the creative industry. Yeah, because like we can have $100,000-$200,000 budget, right? But the production like only got, this is it. Like who is keeping the? Oh my god, we shouldn't talk about this. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about. I'm annoyed by that.
But this is, if it's a real issue, why not? Yeah, I'm not aware. So I'm not really so aware of this. But it's a real problem, right?
Yeah, I mean by that. Oh, okay. There's certain things that we cannot talk about lah. But like honestly,
You open the can of worm, but you censor a bit lah.
Okay, so here's okay. I'm just going to give
You open the
okay.
can of worm, right? But the worm, you still put inside.
The worm stick out. You
Okay.
put back. Stick out. You put back.
So what happens is that there is always a budget. There's always a budget anywhere, any industry. I've noticed there's always a budget, and we're talking about like big numbers. But what happens in between, right, is the problem. Always in between. Like, this is why, like, okay, I'm gonna sound crazy, okay, but like agents are a bit the problems of this kind of thing. Like a good example is like real estate. Real estate is a commodity, right? Agents earn on top of that commodity, and the more expensive houses get,
The more they get.
the more they earn. The same way now with our industry, just that we never recognized it. That's why every single like big companies or labels, whatever, it works almost like a pyramid scheme. Everybody on top first take the cut. It's like, but bro, like, this is my stuff. Yeah, but it's we need the money first. What? This is why we fostered you. But like that way, you just spend maybe after your first single, then after that you see the number drop, then the interest and the money change. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be famous for like. I don't even want to be famous online.
You don't want your product to just roll out just for
For the sake of rolling out.
Yeah. What? Okay, but
So you're trying to change that lah. You're trying to move into a better
yeah,
direction.
but I talk to even like my close friends lah, and I just look at their faces, right, and I can see change. Like these are people like I'm really close with and all that. But whenever I speak about it, I can see like, okay lah, bro, like it's not easy lah, easy. Talk like that. You hear talk like that one lah, like that. Just like, yo, bro, like yo, shut the fuck up, man. Like, yo, I'm doing it right. Because cannot be. Cannot be if your shit works, right? How come you're not getting paid the same as I am? Right. That means it's all glamour and glitz lah.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Went too far. It went too
No,
far.
I'm trying to process.
Yeah,
The question mark that you have to edit, right? Oh, because smaller. Because it's processing.
No, become bigger, bro.
You still trying to process?
Yeah, it's trying to process.
Oh, so you still don't get it lah, basically. Oh my god.
Process.
Process.
Process food.
I cannot. This
the most craziest thing that I've never felt crazy, right? Until I talk to the people in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
It sounds like I feel like I'm crazy whenever I talk about like structure and all that. Like, how do you build revenue streams and all that? Revenue streams are not streams. Somehow people say like, yeah, okay, if you're so good, then you do it lah. I said, okay.
Because I correct me if I'm wrong. I think generally right, musicians. Wait, don't talk about musicians. Just in the entertainment sector, right? Yeah, I guess nobody really. I think the entertainment sector, they are all mostly driven by passion first. Am I right?
Yeah, okay.
Am I right to say this? So in a way, when we talk about the dollar and cents, usually it's always
After.
the later part.
Yeah.
So I think that's where people get very uncomfortable, right? When they decided to mix passion and
business.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always been a case.
But
think that's right.
But I really think like people who think that way, right, just haven't done their research.
I believe they cannot exist in both worlds.
But you can understand, you can comprehend.
Should be creative and
Okay.
leave like business to somebody else.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like for example, Eminem is the rapper, right? Then he has Rosen, who's his lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul
Like,
Rosenberg,
business,
yes.
yeah, right?
Yes.
So maybe it's about finding this marriage,
Yes.
this perfect marriage.
Yeah.
So that's why, who is the Paul Rosenberg? Who is the Jimmy Iovine? Who is this kind of people in Singapore? Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if you hear the names, you don't feel like you're secured. You don't feel like, because I feel like the people who does this kind of thing, sometimes they are artists also, the ones that are prominent. And then I feel like there is a lot of those conversations where like they feel like, how can an artist manage another artist? You know what I mean? And then that's just a cosign basically. You just need a cosign, but then I don't need a contract under this cosign one.
So are you trying to be that business person, or are you trying to like maybe
I'm
develop
trying to.
somebody?
I'm going to. Okay, so my proposal is this. Okay, you want to sell yourself to the label, or you want to sell yourself to me? Same thing. I just give you a bigger cut, but it's still gonna be like a hell journey lah. Basically, it's just like whether you want full control or you want less control. I don't know. But I'm a creative solution company. I'm not a music person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I only understand how to put it out and how to generate like interest and buzz and stuff like
Which
that.
is through your marketing strategies and things like that, right? Yeah, and that's where creatives would definitely need
Some form of help, yes.
I think it definitely need
your,
That's
your
why.
services, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But it's expensive. I'll just say first, I'm opposite of Yazzit. It's expensive. Okay?
hey, mine also expensive, no.
No, mine is freaking expensive. There's no such thing as a budget, no nothing one. Like you know what I mean? You gotta be serious, like because I'm not taking the money.
Yeah.
It's going to be spent in the
On you lah,
capacity.
yeah.
On
On the
yourself
artist lah,
actually.
yeah,
Because like, I'm not gonna be
But that is good. I think this is this has been a topic actually recently. Like
Oh really?
but maybe not so specific lah. You know?
It's not in the open lah, but it's just like a conversation that's happening among musicians. You see?
I feel like it's bubbling. It's already bubbling. Like people hit the ceiling really fast one in the industry.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like you see, you will have people like say, this is quite common even during my growing up years as a musician. Like, hey, I have somebody coming up to me and say, hey, you want not? I do something. You want to release something? I do for you you know, but you have to pay a certain amount. For example, right? Okay, but of course, we being musicians, we will probably like, hey, got somebody want to help you know, but then we have to pay this kind of amount. Okay. I mean, I guess it's alright. Of course, when you want to do something, you need to pay lah. Of course.
Of course.
It cannot be free. Yeah. But the question is, right, so recently, when people ask me about this, right, and they say, what do you think about this guy? I say, I cannot answer for them because I really don't know them, right? But the question you need to ask is actually, if you have to pay for something, what is it that you're gonna be what is it that you're gonna be getting? It has to be very specific. You know, yeah. Let's say you pay $2,000, right? What does that $2,000 entails you?
Recording.
Example, and be specific, right? Because if let's say you can do your own recording, you can do your own recording. Right?
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, how I think the thing is,
the capability is there lah.
Yeah,
but
but-
the quality is unsure lah, right?
I'm sure,
If
yeah,
you're doing
but,
yourself,
but then again, if let's say if the person says that, oh, I'm gonna bring you somewhere, don't be generic. Bring me where? Yeah. you get what I mean? Yeah, you have to be specific. Like, okay, so I'm paying you this $2,000. Where are you gonna be bringing me?
Yeah,
And where is this money gonna be spent? So I think in your
Yeah.
situation, the way I hear it, right, is you are very specific, right?
Of course,
Yeah, right, exactly.
Of
right?
course.
Yeah, so
Why you angry? Why you angry? Why you so
Because
angry?
the frown, the frown,
Yeah.
the frown problematic.
you're definitely not gonna bring us to hospital or something like that.
I have run away. You guys have to bring me back like this.
So if this is the service that you it's good because it's not I would say not dodgy right.
Because the thing is, right, I sincerely believe that you have to have an understanding of like your goals and your vision. Like a good song is a good song, like I've heard thousands of good songs. I've like wondered like how come this person never blew up? Like this person is like amazing, nice person and all that. But then there's something missing and it's always the same. And it's always even the person who blows up and stuff like that. The reason why they decline is always the same as well. Yeah.
What is it? What is the reason? Just give one lah. I don't got many. Just say one.
No,
lah.
as in like
Bad management.
Can I say?
Bro,
Yeah.
if you think
Let's
cannot,
be open lah.
you cut lah.
Yeah.
You're the editor, bro.
You're the editor.
Now? I don't know. Okay, I need to.
Bro, in my
We are not live.
You are the cutter, bro.
Yeah, you're the cutter, bro.
You the cutter, bro.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Like this is the pattern, You get signed. You're really hot. You get hot first. You get signed. They give you a very very attractive debut, and that's it, right? But they don't tell you like yo man, how much is this thing really costing?
Yeah.
And the only way you recoup, right? Okay, this is some people are going to feel hurt. The only way you recoup is to do ads. So your IG stop becoming about like music, and the captions start becoming
The celebrity musician, right?
Yeah, this is what we spoke about. So you become that more and more that, right? To the point where people forgot that you did music. Yeah. And then after that they're like, ha! Perfect time for you to release your second single, when in your heart you know like, damn, I cannot release my second single now. But okay, you signed already, bro. Okay. This is basically the label trying to tell you, trying to pull you down to do more ads. To like recoup whatever you've or take revenue streams or whatever lah, right? Then you do, and then obviously it's common. You can just go to any YouTube page, you can see first one got maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, second one 600,000. It's like, ooh.
Battle of the.
It's like, what happened to the budget on the second one? What happened? Or like before you touch an album, you already like, yo bro, we already know you are like trying to figure out how to get out of this contract, changing names and all that, changing spelling, or like suddenly I'm not this, I am that, but I'm featured on this. Oh, that's when you know we're in trouble. And I feel like we shouldn't be ashamed of it as artists, right? You've been tricked. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You should speak out. You should like, because we are ashamed. Because we know that certain contracts even tell us that we cannot have a full-time job and stuff like that. But so like how? How now? You're trying to tell me like, yo, in COVID and all that, but I cannot work, and then I got like to live up to this expectation of being a celebrity or whatever. And there's no money, and like I'm slowly fading out. I'm not relevant. That is the most scariest, saddest thing that I always see. Usually, it's like 30. That's when like things get real, like very very real. Like I've seen people who like, okay, let's not talk about that. But like that's pretty much my experience so far of being behind the scenes.
You've seen people like what?
Don't say the name lah, but say what happened lah. You know, like,
Same.
like at the peak, then became an ad, like you say, and then drop, then now cannot make
Wow,
music
but
anymore.
damn, but I feel like it applies to so many people, you know, like, you know what I mean? Because like, and I don't want to say like, okay, I usually feel like I sound like I'm crazy when I'm talking about it. But then I feel like a lot of people believe it also. People have gone through it. They believe it because they know like, it's always, for some reason, right? It's always the same 4 people. It's always the same 4 people. It's like you kind of notice it. It's always same 3 or 4 people again and again and again. They're just finishing the cycle lah. And then once it's done, you gotta come up with something new, or like that's why they go on different revenues. They stop singing, they go acting, or like they open up a F&B and stuff like that. Because in reality, having a full-time job, you might earn more than a celebrity earn in a year. We talk about a year. We're not talking about you do shows in Singapore. How many shows only you can do 1 year? It's like
But
New Year's.
having a full-time job, you lose celebrity. Okay,
Yeah.
what you're saying is it? I'm already a celebrity now,
Yeah.
right? I choose not to continue the contract life,
Yeah.
and I become a full-time. I work somewhere else full-time, right? That is what I say. When you do that, you forsake the celebrity status lah.
Yeah,
A
because you
bit
become
lah, but
normal
you know
people
what I mean?
already,
Like,
But yeah, so the question is, are these people, do they really want to be celebrities, or they just like the idea of being a celebrity?
I don't know, sia. That's the thing. But like, I feel like the sad part is that somehow a lot of people don't want to cross over until it becomes very, very dark. You know what I mean?
Like delusional lah.
Yeah,
like,
they don't cross over.
I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
When, like you said, when I can like have a full-time job,
Yeah.
earn
I don't. Okay, maybe not
more.
full-time job, a career. Like, you know, I mean, a revenue, to get revenue. Maybe you can still do. Wow, shit. I don't know.
No, but it's like
not
it's the
advice.
same thing as what's COVID happening to the DJ, to the nightlife scene.
Yeah,
Some
that's
DJs don't want to go to the working world because that's like you foregoing whatever you're doing.
I don't think so, le.
No,
do,
you see,
do you feel that way?
when I jump over to what I'm doing now,
Uh huh.
the first thing I thought of is like, if I go over here, my DJ got to leave behind already.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I honestly did.
Right.
Yeah, I honestly feel that way.
Right.
Because if I went over to this company, and I'm like, this one is not my priority really. Cannot really. Really cannot.
Mm.
Because this thing pays my bills.
Mm.
But because of me jumping over there, people will start thinking, hey, so DJ Shine no more?
Exactly.
So you're not DJing anymore.
Exactly.
But when you first got your job, one person asked you, hey, then your MCing how? Will it affect your MCing?
during the pandemic lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't people ask you that? So we get where you're coming from, bro.
Yeah, that's why. Like, a lot of people feel also like,
But I think we are living in a world.
Just like, hey,
or
yo, shut
Singapore.
up, man.
We're living in a world of Singapore where we have to survive to live. In a way.
Yo, like, okay, honestly, right, to me, right, there's no artist out there, right, that fully live. Okay, to me lah. If you say,
in Singapore lah.
in Singapore, in
Singapore,
Singapore,
Singapore.
And
if
when
you-
you say artist is what?
anything, when it comes to like anything, we're talking about any form of artwork lah. Okay, maybe dance is a bit different, but like,
Like acting, singing.
yeah. I feel like nobody is really like
A
being
full-fledged
themselves.
artist, yeah.
Or like, yeah, just being an artist just for being an artist and being really good at it, really caring about it. The last time, okay, the one thing that I noticed that these days, because I've been hanging out with a lot of like old artists lah, I noticed that old artists like to describe the music. They like to describe. Okay, here's the thing: if you go to a museum, right, you look at the artwork. The next thing you look at is what? The description, right?
Description lah.
A lot of artists that I work with, they cannot even describe what they're doing. They just say like, oh, I sound like $5. This song I'm trying to sound like Amigos, or like this. I'm not saying you're not original and stuff like that, but I'm just saying like, you describe to me like, maybe there will be more like depth to it, towards it, and people will really love you for being you lah, instead of just that I don't want to say lah, but you know, the same
I get where
rhythm
you're
lah.
coming
Yeah, you know
from,
what I mean? Yeah.
I think I guess it's right lah, but I feel that there is the current situation lah. Like, can we just talk about Singapore?
Yeah, just talk Singapore.
Nobody is earning 100% salary from, let's say, being an actor.
That's why, and I feel like it's okay. It's okay lah, sia.
Yeah, honestly, it's okay.
Like,
It's I think especially during the COVID
Especially during the pandemic ah.
Especially during the pandemic.
it's very visible, right?
I have to say like even recently, like everybody from my my musician friends I feel that they start to realize that, you know, because we live in Singapore, right, you know, it's very tough for you to just do it full time, and you have to resort to something else. You know,
The shelf life being an artist in Singapore is way shorter and way
Yeah.
smaller than anywhere else in the world.
But I don't think it should be that grim also, like.
It shouldn't be that great.
but-
No, I mean like, yeah, it's not supposed to be that grim lah.
Yeah.
But you have to come to a sense of realization
Yeah.
that it cannot be just that lah.
Yeah, yeah. You see, because the thing is, I feel it's an ecosystem like in Singapore, right? Okay, because I mean, we look at our, you know, like artists from overseas, right? Of course, that's where sometimes we get our inspirations, right? And because they have a very big industry, they have a very big music industry. But when it comes to Singapore, right, we have to accept the fact, or not accept the fact. Sorry, the truth to be told is that we don't have a very big industry for the arts. Not yet.
Not yet.
That's why I feel like
Yeah.
I'm going to. Wow, this is going to be damn embarrassing if it doesn't happen. But like, what I'm trying to do is that okay, we need to burst one bubble at a time. We need to burst. I burst out from the music bubble.
Correct.
Because you might think that you're the shit. But like, yo, dude, you just ask any Tom, Dick, and Harry outside, uncle, auntie, hey, bro, you know this guy or not? Confirm they're like, who? Right? Because I work in the CBD area, office or corporate setting. Nobody knows what we're talking about, man. Nobody knows any person that we mentioned. Like biggest one also, they're like, who?
That's where like programs.
Gotta burst the bubble.
That's why like even programs like this, like currently, plugged
In
In
podcast.
podcast.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
It's important because I feel that this is where
Wow, really plug-ins, yeah.
this is where all of us are making however little effort.
Yeah, I mean like these conversations that don't happen, they need to happen lah. Basically,
yes.
you know. So
But why you think it doesn't happen?
Because
But
so
you've
much-
been around You've been around very long, and especially.
it's contentment lah.
But why?
Because people
You don't want to face
they are willing to
reality.
settle lah, bro. They're willing to settle. Like
But you just.
comfort lah, okay lah.
But like, macam, why not open it up?
Because you don't want to be the person
Okay.
who open it up.
Okay, wait. I believe that like what Yazzit said, you have an ecosystem but no industry. Okay, so the industry is supposed to feed the ecosystem, right? And the ecosystem is supposed to provide talents or whatever that will feed the industry. So it's a circle, right? Right, it's a circle. What is the industry here? We don't have a Singaporean sound.
Yo, but like, okay.
We don't have Singapore. Okay, we have Singaporean music, but we don't have Singaporean sound. Why? Okay. Why can a Malaysian singer, right, be famous in Malaysia, grow up in Malaysia, have so much fun in Malaysia? Because they sing Malay, what?
Yeah.
Right? It's a Malaysian language, what? Right? Same goes to Indonesians, same goes to Thai, same goes to Chinese, whatever other language. What is our first language? English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We are competing with an English market in Europe and
Yeah.
America, right?
Yeah.
We are just a small pond, what?
Yeah.
So nobody's going to realize that. And
But-
we don't have a unique Singapore sound. Yes, it's okay to be influenced by other people. Right? It's okay to be influenced by your artist like Red Hot Chili Pepper lah, whatever. But what is the unique Singapore sound? Say if we go to, let's say, America lah. Okay, blues came from jazz. I don't know exactly. Blues came from jazz. Jazz
Yeah,
became
but
what?
like-
Funk became hip hop. There's that journey of music that came from that culture. What? Right? What form of music identity
But you don't-
did we produce from our culture? Even traditional Malay music, bro. It's not ours. It came from the Nusantara. What?
Yeah, okay. I understand
Right?
that.
Chinese
Yes.
also what?
Okay.
Right? Did we invent a Singaporean song? No.
There
So I
isn't
think
one.
maybe that is the reason whereby
There's no uniqueness.
there's no uniqueness with it lah.
Like
So
you-
so within people like, okay, I really not unique. What can I do? You know?
I
Maybe
just-
you can tell Singaporean stories. That's fine. Right? But you know stories and the movement of time, what? Everything changes so quickly, you see.
No,
Stories
I think
change.
right. I think the unique Singapore story, right, is the underbelly of it. Is the middle to low class income range, which is all of us are the average ones. Because if you think about Singapore, people usually it's glamour. It's always like MBS. It's always clubs. It's always this one. But in reality, we all go back to the same units. You know, that are not spoken of. You won't see much of it. You see the big ones lah. I think that the culture is from there, but like I don't know, maybe people. But then also like I don't want to hear you, yo, Pokemon, aku daripada budak blok macam gitu. Like yo, dude, I
No,
don't
but
think
that
like
flow
it's too much.
It's Malaysia. What? See,
Yeah, that's why it's
yeah.
Malaysia, right? And then like, you know, traditional music, I hear this a lot of time from corporate people or like, we want some Singapore sound, like local Asian sound.
No,
then
okay,
then they it's some whack ass beat with like ting tong at the back like that. And like some who, and then it still sounds like,
Oh, also not ours, yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, whenever people talk about like they want to make like the Asian culture song, and then it just sounds like, what are you doing? Like we put an 808 behind like some like DK Barat shouting. It doesn't work. I think that all this thing doesn't work. It's still not art yet. You're just like trying to be unique.
I think it's not about being unique. I think Singapore do have the talent to actually make it.
Yeah.
Best example, Gigi Lin, bro. He was laughed at in Singapore. He go Taiwan, boom, one of the biggest artists there.
They'll be able to sing in Chinese lah, right?
Correct. But you see,
Or like
we
Stephanie
have-
Sun.
Yeah, correct. See,
He was
we
so
have
huge,
the
right?
talent. Maybe instead of competing, of like trying to have that unique sound, do what you like. As long as people like to hear, jadi. Best
That's
example also, Taufik. He's not the world famous singer, but he's one of the most loved singer in Singapore. Why?
Yeah.
Because Taufik.
Yeah.
Any song he drop, dope.
Yeah.
Is
He's our
competing for-
Singaporean
yeah.
son lah, you know.
Is he
Instead of
competing-
chasing like a Singapore sound, maybe just be proud of Singaporean moments.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Damn, but
should
like, you
be-
know, sometimes you might sound corny because you keep on.
but that's the
hearing-
thing.
yeah, it
Singapore
sounds
is corny, bro.
Yeah, Singapore is made of corny people, bro.
Bro,
We are corny people, bro.
when McDonald's
Yeah.
shut during COVID,
Yeah.
the first thing they open, right, the advertisement, we are home. How cliche is that?
Yes,
But
yeah.
it touch people, what?
Yeah, you get me.
Oh,
No?
really? Yeah.
Yeah, like you like.
I think
I want my
Singaporeans like
McNugget.
my advice is Singaporeans should do Singaporeans.
Okay.
And fuck the rest of the world.
Okay.
What is it?
It's
my McDonald's.
Okay. I shall not go into that story. Okay. I shall not tell you the link between Yazzit and McDonald's.
What?
Sorry for him.
I will save it. I will save it for season 3 or something like that. You know.
Oh, there's a
Okay,
season 3.
less serious topic. I feel right that the Singaporean man, right, is the most unattractive man in the world.
I think for you,
Okay,
lah, when you look in the middle.
unattractive-
No, I'm
Wait,
sexy as fuck. What are you
bro,
talking
bro.
about, dude?
Unattractiveness is subjective. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but like, have you ever heard a woman sing like, "Whoa, I've always wanted a Singaporean man." Like, if you go overseas or whatever.
This is see you're comparing yourself to overseas.
Like, no, but in Singapore,
Of
I'm
course
hot.
lah have.
Really, man?
Yeah.
I
Bro, apa what's that Malay word?
Oh, I'm-
Kita jaga kita lah. Who the hell cares about what America thinks of you?
No. Okay, let's say like. Okay, because maybe I've been hanging around with a lot of toxic people lah. But like,
I think it's a circle lah.
yeah, I think it's my circle. lah.
Your circle problem ah, bro.
I'll
Hey,
be
fuck
circle,
you.
bro. What you trying to say, bro?
I'm gonna hang up.
I'm your circle. What are you doing? What's your problem?
No,
No, I'm saying- I'm just
wait,
saying.
he has a circle. You are a circle.
Hey,
Different.
kau
Douche! Kedak douche. Okay, continue.
No, I always don't you
I
guys
tell
hear
you,
this?
Abu already.
Don't you guys hear this often from Singaporean? Because they say like Singaporean men boring.
Then whatever lah. It's okay lah.
Yeah, gasak kah?
It's okay.
I mean, but I just find it curious. Like, why do they say that?
No, like they want to try,
Yeah.
right? It's because okay. This is what I feel lah. Oh, they find us boring lah, blah blah blah, right? It's because what shows Netflix show, white people show, right? Okay, you watch music videos on TV or YouTube is everything is based on
The
the
Western culture.
subjectivity and how your life is lived based on these foreign people lah, right? So you base everything on that, what? The value of money, how rich you should be, right? Oh, a cool person must hype beast because down there hype beast like that, correct what?
Actually-
Right, so they base it on that lah.
Actually, these problems, right? That whatever problems that we are speaking, actually it exists everywhere.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it exists. Not. I mean, let's say we are not in Singapore, right? It could be another country. It could be the same thing also.
There might be a country somewhere. Wow, our local guys boring. Why not like Singaporean guys?
I wish that was so. It would be so
You never know.
funny.
You never
It would
know.
be so funny. Say that again.
Bro,
Let's go lah.
But I think that I feel the problem is not we Singaporean men.
No, I
whatever
just-
lah. Okay. I'm saying the problem is with those who are the problem. I feel could be the person who was saying it.
Yeah lah, it's a personal preference lah, right? It's a preference lah.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's we're not dissing them. They have every right
To choose what they want to do. Who they want to do, what they want to do, how they want to do them is up to them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just curious because like if I ask women, I hang around with some women. Not some women. Like I hang around with like really, like I try to understand like high income or high net worth women. It's the same. They have the same problems as guys also and stuff like that. And then they always say that. So now I want to ask Singaporean men what they think about it, because we don't really talk about like, I always wanted a Ang Mo girl, or like I always wanted a whatever girlfriend.
I have a friend who always say he wanted angmoh. Yeah.
I don't know whether Amor is an offensive word or not.
But I think
yeah.
it's okay
Is it?
to have once. I think it's everybody.
Wait, what?
I mean, no, like
Where are we going?
You're one.
Where are we going?
yeah, like no, it's okay.
Okay, bro. I thought you meant it's okay to have it once. Like,
Yeah, that's why I said just try one time only.
Sorry, no, I think it's okay.
Preferences,
Preferences, yeah. I think it's we are not bad people by saying that. Hey, come on lah. I mean, I'm sure everybody has their own preference. You know,
Like what you're saying, right? I'm not affected by it, no.
yeah.
I'm not affected that, let's say, for example, 100% of the women in Singapore don't find me attractive and want to date white men.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Because I know somewhere in the world, somewhere, somebody will like me. Somebody is there for me.
Yeah.
I'm that confident. And I'm saying it to all the men out there in Singapore.
Because you know, I travel sometimes or do music or tours or whatever, right? Then I realize that when I'm there, right? Okay, it's Southeast Asia. I don't want to name any countries and whatever, right? But like,
Nima.
no lah. Later I want to do shows there again. I come like you say like,
This guy waiting.
Waiting.
so you guys, when I'm over there, you guys better be nice. Like, walao, I go there and then like got these like artists from all around the world, like Korea, Japan, whatever. Then everybody's just like, wow, Korean, wow, you see him speak Korean, wow. Then like, so where you from? Those kind. So they thought like I'm some Thailand or whatever lah, like some exotic. This one they will say, Singapore, and then okay, next. It's just like, oh, Singaporean, like what are we supposed to ask them? Like it's just boring, you know what I mean? They're not interested so much.
Let me, how you say?
Hey, wait, can I say something?
Okay, go.
Okay, I mean, just to add that, just to share this story. So, you know, example lah, but it doesn't, of course, I don't feel anything by it lah. I mean, like, maybe in Singapore, everybody finds me normal lah.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe don't even have like a second look whatsoever, I'm not sure lah. But the interesting fact is when I'm in Bali, bro.
Yeah.
And this is a true story.
Okay.
I was walking by the beach. And then suddenly a group of school children, I don't know, suddenly everybody wants to take a picture with me.
Yeah, what is this about?
Then I was like,
Cool children.
I've heard of this before.
like school, like teenagers and stuff. Suddenly out of the blue, hey, take photo. Then suddenly like, hey, they mistook me for someone else or what?
Do they think you're African American?
No, then you know, honestly, right? Then when I ask them, right, they say because I'm different. They don't get.
They don't understand.
They don't get. Maybe like
Super dark skin.
people, you know, around and so I did ask like, hey, how come they want to take photo with me? What, they mistook me for someone or what?
They like the chocolate.
Okay,
dark, bro.
to add on to what you just say, right?
Uh-huh.
And what Yazzit is saying,
Uh-huh.
and what I said just now about there's somebody out there, maybe for me or whatever, right? There are some parts of the world that find you exotic.
All
Coming from experience, from what I've heard before. Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Like there are certain countries, right? It's the same as in Singapore. The country's women don't want to date the country men. The country women want the exotic, nasi padang one. Banyak minyak, banyak rempah one. Have. Trust me.
Interesting.
So it's a world thing. It's a perception of things.
Because like, there's some people that I ask this question to, especially men, they start to become a little bit hateful. I don't understand why. They start to become hateful.
Means they just resent themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Macam he's not confident in your own. Like oh yeah lah, why were these women like that? Bro, let them it's okay Bro, do you right?
There's like small dick energies. I cannot say.
Okay, small dick energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is small dick energy lah. Why you want to get so upset for it? About it
Small
for
what?
Small dick energy.
Wait, you have to
Connect kecil energy.
Yeah, you have to overcompensate to the.
Wow. I get it.
Okay. We shall not move into any other sensitive small dick energy lah, wow lah, question mark lah. We're gonna close the last episode of the Plugged In podcast, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for sticking around, for watching. We hope you appreciate the content that we put out. Shout out to again all the guests that came on all the previous episodes. Thank you for doing this with us. Camera point to Yazzit, point to Hizzy. Thank you to Yazzit and Hizzy. Yazzit for being the main man, the head honcho of the Basement Studio. Like we said, you can visit him at www.thebasementstudiosg.com.
Yes.
Okay, for all your recording needs and jamming needs and everything. We hope that by the time this episode is out, the self-automated studio will be open. Back to Hizzy again. Hizzy. Hizzy, he's the one behind the scenes. Very angry with men who like
Hey, you shouldn't
he's a
structure it like that lah. I'm very angry with man. What are you talking about?
creative solutions partner, and he's also a partner. DJ Shai, myself, Mr. Boo. Thank you to City Music, Beyerdynamic, everybody that supported us on along the way, and we hope to see you in season 3. We have plans for season 3. I had a discussion with Yazzit, and we have plans for season 3. So we'll see you in season 3. Bye.
You guys just need to hear this amazing
I think it's time to get this thing started. Here we go.
Oh, look at my.
Pass that back to the gang of boys.
That's right, you're listening to the Plugged In Podcast with Mr. Boo and the very lovable DJ Shah.